At the invitation of President of the Republic of Turkey, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, President of Mongolia, Hurul is paying a state visit to the Republic of Turkey on January 15 to 19, 2025. This state visit has taken place within the commemoration of the 55th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between Mongolia and the Republic of Turkey. It is the first visit by the President of Mongolia to the Republic of Turkey in 21 years. On January 15, 2025, Minister of the Interior of the Republic of Turkey, Ali Yerlikaya, and Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Mongolia to the Republic of Turkey, Muhbayar Komsurung, greeted President of Mongolia, Hurul First Lady Bolor Tsitsiglovsendorj, and the Mongolian delegation at the Ankara Esenboga International Airport of Turkey. On January 16, 2025, President of Mongolia, Hurul First Lady Bolor Tsitsiglovsendorj, and the Mongolian delegation paid tribute and laid wreaths at the Anitkabir Mausoleum complex. This complex houses the tomb of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, the founding father of the Republic of Turkey, leader of the Turkish War of Independence, and the first president of Turkey. It is a tradition for high and the highest level delegates and guests visiting the Republic of Turkey, as well as the ambassadors to the country, to pay tribute and lay wreaths at the Anitkabir Mausoleum complex. Also, President of Mongolia, Hurul signed the Book of Honored Guests at the Anitkabir Mausoleum complex and wrote a memorable entry in Mongol script, noting, "We pay our respects and admiration to Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, the first president of the Republic of Turkey, who revived the nation, laid a solid foundation for modern development, and earned the trust, hope, love, and respect of the Turkish people. President Mustafa Kemal Atatürk was a tireless fighter for independence, peace, and justice, and we honor his dedication, glory, valuable legacies, and ideals." It is a pleasure to announce that our two countries are declaring a strategic partnership during the state visit of the President of Mongolia to the Republic of Turkey, held under the historic 55th anniversary of establishment of diplomatic relations between our two countries. Just as ancestors of the Mongols, great Emperor Chinggis Khan and his successor Hans established peace around the world under Pax Mongolica, or the Great Peace of the Mongols, may countries around the world coexist in peace and harmony, and may our historical, traditional relations with brotherly bond continue to flourish forever. The construction of the Anitkabir Mausoleum complex, covering 750,000 square meters, was started in 1944 and completed in 1953. The complex includes the main mausoleum building, the Atatürk and the War of Independence Museum, and Atatürk and Turkish Revolution Library, a ceremonial plaza, the Lions Alley, and the Peace Park with over 50,000 trees and plants of 104 different species. Known as the father of the Turkish Revolution, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk introduced reforms including adopting a new constitution, developing Western and European-style legislation, separating religion from the state, abolishing the Karsaf for women, and replacing the Arabic script with the Latin alphabet. On the same day, President of the Republic of Turkey, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, welcomed President of Mongolia, Hurul at the presidential complex of the Republic of Turkey. At the welcoming ceremony, the national anthems of the two countries were performed and the ceremonial salute was given. Then the commander of the Honor Guard of the Republic of Turkey presented a report to President Hurul. Also, the heads of state greeted Mongolian and Turkish state and government officials. The presidential complex of the Republic of Turkey is a venue for state meetings, presidential discussions, and events, as well as place for hosting heads of state and high-ranking foreign guests. During the meeting of the Council of the Heads of State of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization member states, held in 2024 in Astana, the Republic of Kazakhstan, the two heads of state emphasized the importance of high-level reciprocal visits and dialogues in expanding bilateral relations and agreed to deepen mutually beneficial cooperation in all sectors, elevate the comprehensive partnership between the two countries, and solemnly celebrate the historic 55th anniversary of establishment of diplomatic relations. On January 17, 2025, President of Mongolia Hurul and President of the Republic of Turkey Recep Tayyip Erdogan held official talks at the presidential complex of the Republic of Turkey. During the official talks, the two heads of state expressed mutual satisfaction with active development of comprehensive partnership between Mongolia and Turkey in various economic and social sectors, thanks to the combined efforts of the two countries. The two presidents expressed mutual commitment to elevating the level of relations and effectively collaborating in all areas of mutual benefit. Particularly, the two sides pledged to expand bilateral cooperation under shared objectives outlined in the long-term development policies of the two countries, implement mutually beneficial joint projects and programs which would become the symbol of relations, enrich bilateral relations with new economic content, increase investment, and accelerate cooperation in areas such as environment, health, culture, education, sports, tourism, transportation, emergency management, and disaster prevention. The two heads of state discussed ways to collectively contribute to international efforts to resolve global challenges such as climate change, desertification, soil degradation, and food insecurity, and achieve synergy, aligning the initiatives and objectives proposed by the two countries. Also, the two sides exchanged views on consolidating traditional cooperation between Mongolia and Turkey within the framework of the United Nations and other multilateral international organizations. During the state visit, the two sides signed 11 cooperation documents aiming at expanding and developing relations and cooperation between the two countries. President of Mongolia Hurul and President of the Republic of Turkey Recep Tayyip Erdogan signed a joint declaration on establishing a strategic partnership between Mongolia and the Republic of Turkey. Turkey thus becomes the 9th country for Mongolia to establish strategic partnership. Minister of Health of Mongolia Muhsahan Tohtmur and Minister of Health of the Republic of Turkey Kemal Memisoglu signed an intergovernmental agreement on cooperation in health and medical sciences between the government of Mongolia and the government of the Republic of Turkey. Minister of Education of Mongolia Narımbayır Puruvsurum and Minister of National Education of the Republic of Turkey Yusuf Tekin signed an intergovernmental agreement on cooperation in education between the governments of Mongolia and the Republic of Turkey. Minister of Culture, Sports, Tourism and Youth of Mongolia Nemin Chimbat and Minister of Youth and Sports of the Republic of Turkey Osman Askinbak signed an intergovernmental agreement on cooperation in youth and sports between the governments of Mongolia and the Republic of Turkey. Minister of Environment and Climate Change of Mongolia, Otuntoye Saldan, and Minister of Environment, Urbanization and Climate Change of the Republic of Turkey, Murat Kurum, signed an intergovernmental agreement on cooperation in environment between the government of Mongolia and the government of the Republic of Turkey. Minister of Environment and Climate Change of Mongolia, Otuntoye Saldan, and Minister of Environment, Urbanization and Climate Change of the Republic of Turkey, Murat Kurum, signed a Memorandum of Understanding on cooperation in forestry between the government of Mongolia and the government of the Republic of Turkey. Minister of Environment and Climate Change of Mongolia, Otuntoye Saldan, and Minister of Environment, Urbanization and Climate Change of the Republic of Turkey, Murat Kurum, signed a Memorandum of Understanding on establishing a sister-POC relationship between the administration of the Orhon Valley Natural Complex Protected Area of Mongolia and the Sakarya Meydan Muharebesi National Park of the Republic of Turkey. Minister of Foreign Affairs of Mongolia Batsetsek Batmuch and Minister of Energy and Natural Resources of the Republic of Turkey Alparslan Bayraktar signed a letter of intent on cooperation in mining between the Ministry of Industry and the Mineral Resources of Mongolia and the Ministry of Energy and Natural Resources of the Republic of Turkey. Minister of Road and Transport of Mongolia, Delirsakhan Barhu, and Minister of Transport and Infrastructure of the Republic of Turkey, Abdulkadir Uraloglu, signed a Memorandum of Understanding on cooperation between the Ministry of Road and Transport of Mongolia and the Ministry of Transport and Infrastructure of the Republic of Turkey. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Mongolia to the Republic of Turkey, Munkbayar Komsorung, and President of the Turkish Competition Authority, Birol Kule, signed a Memorandum of Understanding on Cooperation in Competition Policy between the Anti-Monopoly Agency of Mongolia and the Competition Authority of the Republic of Turkey. Director General of the Mongolian National Broadcaster, Girill Kanhoyuk, and Director General of the Turkish Radio and Television Corporation, Mehmet Zahid Sabasi, signed a protocol on cooperation in the radio and television sector between the Mongolian National Broadcaster and the Turkish Radio and Television Corporation. Following the signing ceremony of cooperation documents, the two heads of state held a press briefing. I am pleased to be paying a state visit to the beautiful Republic of Turkey at the invitation of Your Excellency President Recep Tayyip Erdogan on the occasion of the historic 55th anniversary of establishment of diplomatic relations between our two countries, which share ancient historical ties and cultural traditions. I would like to express my sincerest gratitude to the Honorable President, the state, the government, and the friendly people of Turkey for their warm hospitality extended to the Mongolian delegation. The state visit of the head of state of Mongolia to the Republic of Turkey is a milestone that has opened a new chapter in the history of friendly relations and cooperation between the peoples of Mongolia and Turkey and established a strategic partnership between our two countries. During the state visit, we exchanged views on jointly implementing mutually beneficial projects and programs aimed at consolidating and further expanding the achievements of the past 55 years of relations and cooperation and enhancing the development, economic benefits, and investment of our two countries. As an outcome of the official talks, the two heads of state signed the joint declaration on establishing a strategic partnership between Mongolia and the Republic of Turkey. Moreover, the two sides signed more than 10 cooperation documents in environment, road, transport, infrastructure, forestry and law, and international agreements on cooperation in youth and sports, cooperation in education, and cooperation in health and medical sciences. We agreed to align Mongolia's Vision 2050 and Turkey's Century of Turkey development policies to increase investment and exports, develop free trade zones, and advance cooperation in infrastructure, air and rail transportation, logistics, agriculture, as well as in the processing of agricultural products such as leather, wool, and cashmere. Highlighting that resolving global challenges such as climate change, desertification, soil degradation, and food insecurity is a common goal for our two countries, we agreed to cooperate under Mongolia's Billion Trees National Movement. Additionally, we signed an intergovernmental agreement on cooperation in forestry. I'm delighted that during this state visit, we are presenting our Turkish friends a performance by the Marin Hör Orchestra, a cultural envoy of Mongolia, as an embodiment of the history, culture, heritage of the Mongols, creating a moving and memorable experiences together. Furthermore, it is gratifying that many businesses from the two countries will participate in the Mongolia-Turkey Business Forum to be held in Istanbul during the state visit, which demonstrates the strong desire and determination of our entrepreneurs and businesses to work together. I also invite Your Excellency President Recep Tayyip Erdogan to visit our beautiful country Mongolia, the land of ancient history and eternal blue skies in the near future. May the friendship between our two peoples strengthen from generation to generation, and may the historical, traditional relations and cooperation between Mongolia and the Republic of Turkey continue to flourish forever. Thank you for your attention. I would like to extend my warmest welcome to Your Excellency President Kirill Sukhokhna and the Mongolian delegation, who are paying a state visit to our country. This is the first visit by the head of state of Mongolia to the Republic of Turkey in 21 years. This time, the Honorable President is joined by esteemed members of Parliament, government, business leaders, cultural representatives, and media representatives of Mongolia. I would also like to express my intention to pay a state visit to Mongolia in the near future. Last year marked the 55th anniversary of establishment of diplomatic relations between our two countries. In 2004, we elevated our relations to the level of a comprehensive partnership. Today, I and my esteemed friend, President Hurlsuh, decided to further enhance our bilateral ties, and we've just signed a joint declaration on establishing a strategic partnership between Mongolia and the Republic of Turkey. I'm confident that this partnership will bring benefits to our two countries, to the homeland of our ancestors, to Central Asia, and to the world. We discussed ways to increase the trade volume and reaffirmed our commitment to deepening cooperation in history, culture, and humanity, which are the cornerstones of our relations. Since 1992, many Mongolian students have studied under the Turkish Scholarships Program, and we agreed to further expand this initiative. In 2008, we jointly inaugurated the Hushotsada Museum to preserve historical artifacts and Orhan Valley stone inscription. This year, we aim at completing the museum construction project in collaboration with the Turkish Cooperation and Coordination Agency to protect the Tonyukuk inscriptions. We agreed to continue to strengthen our cooperation in the global arena within the framework of the United Nations and other international and regional organizations. I'm confident that the decisions we've made and the steps we've taken will bear fruitful results for our two countries. Mongolia and the Republic of Turkey established diplomatic relations on June 24, 1969. Mongolia opened its embassy in Ankara in 1997, and the Republic of Turkey opened its embassy in Ulaanbaatar in 1996. Mongolia and the Republic of Turkey have maintained a comprehensive partnership since 2004. President of Mongolia, Bagabandi Natsag, paid state visits to the Republic of Turkey in 1998 and 2004. President of the Republic of Turkey, Demirel Süleyman, paid a state visit to Mongolia in 1995, and President of the Republic of Turkey, Ahmed Nistet Sezer, paid a state visit to Mongolia in 2002.